Living and Non-Living in the Rainforest. Read aloud by Big Papa Scott. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. What is a rainforest? Rainforests grow in hot and wet places. Rainforests have many trees. Different types of plants and animals live in rainforests. There are non-living things in rainforests too. What are living things? Living things are alive. Living things need air and sunlight. Living things move on their own. Living things need food and water. Living things grow and change. What are non-living things? Non-living things are not alive. Non-living things do not need air and sunlight. Non-living things do not need food or water. That rock right there is non-living. The lake right there is non-living. Non-living things do not move on their own. Non-living things do not grow and change on their own. Is a river a living or non-living? A river does not need food. A river does not grow on its own. A river does not need air or sunlight. A river is non-living. Is a bird living or non-living? A bird needs food and water. A bird moves on its own. A bird grows and changes. A bird needs air and sunlight. A bird is living. Is a tree living or non-living? A tree grows and changes. A tree needs air and sunlight. A tree moves on its own towards the sun. A tree needs water. A tree is living. Is soil living or non-living? Soil does not move on its own. Soil does not need food or water. Soil does not grow on its own. Soil does not need air or sunlight. Soil is non-living. Is a frog living or non-living? A frog grows and changes. A frog needs air and sunlight. A frog needs food and water. A frog moves on its own. A frog is living. Is a rock living or non-living? A rock does not move on its own. A rock does not need food or water. A rock does not grow on its own. A rock does not need air or sunlight. A rock is non-living. What do you think? Is this butterfly living or non-living? Glossary. Living. That means alive. Living things need food and water. They breathe and move on their own. They grow and change. Non-living. Not alive. Non-living things do not need food and water. They do not move on their own. They do not grow and change on their own. Sunlight. Light from the sun. So what do you think? Is a butterfly alive or living or non-living? The end. Please subscribe.